Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I thought I'd do a little reintroduction where I've been for the last 2 years, because I think the last time I posted, I'm pretty sure, was June 2022. It's now August 2024. A lot's happened, but not much at the same time in the past few years. I needed to just not upload on YouTube. At the end of the day, I have a full-time job. Social media is not my full-time job. I do it for fun, and fitting it into my life over the past 2 years for me just wasn't realistic. And I also went through some stuff you saw on Instagram or TikTok, but I'll go through anyway. But I thought I'd do an introduction to me first, if you are new here, and then get on where I've been, what I've been up to, and yeah, let's get into it. So, if you're new here, I don't know if I've ever done a proper introduction, and when I did, I was probably a student. So I'm now 25, I work in marketing, I live in West Sussex, I went to Brighton Uni for 4 years, originally from Watford, and just I'm all like health, fitness, wellness, lifestyle kind of vibe. After many years of yo-yoing with my fitness and my mental health being really bad, I feel like it's, dare I say, it's stable at the moment. Let's not jinx it. Obviously I still have my down days, but I think before there was a lot more down days than up days. Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head. If anyone ever wants to do Q&A maybe in the future, I could do that, but from the top of my head, yeah, that's my main thing. I'm still in West Sussex because I will never move back to Watford. That is a no-go. And I met my boyfriend whilst I was at uni in my masters, and he's from West Sussex, so it just works out pretty well. Yeah, that's a little introduction to me. I don't know if that's enough, but I thought I'd give a brief overview of who I am if you are new before I go on into it. So I wrote down only like a few things, but I wanted to just discuss them before. Basically, I'm going to Italy in September and I wanted to film it a bit, but I didn't want to just post on YouTube without a bit of a update as to where I've been. So yeah, let's get into these past 2 years. So the first thing, I wrote down just a few key points. The first thing that I was kind of hinting at, I think the last time I was on YouTube, was I left an extremely toxic job. For professional reasons. I don't want to go into it too much because I don't like being, I guess, petty or calling people out online. Not really my thing. But yeah, the job was really toxic. It was really long hours, low pay, quite controlling, I guess. My mental health went, I can't even explain. I don't know, it's different to different people, because I know people who still work there now and they seem okay, but for me, that job was just, and yeah, it was really long hours. I was doing like 8:50 and I'd sometimes be in the office till 9. It was full time in the office, really low pay, and I was in that job for, so the last time I was here, I'd left that job a few months after, actually. So going on to the next point, I've now worked in marketing for nearly 2 years. I'm enjoying it. It's what I, did my degree in. I've got a lot of flexibility. It's a really good company, really lovely manager, and team. I'm just, yeah, I'm quite happy there, Comparing like my last job to this job, it is just so different, and it's just a sign if you're unhappy in a job, leave. Like, I've got such good work-life balance now. As soon as it's 5 in my office, everyone goes. And like before, if you left on time in my old office, it would be like, oh, like they're leaving on time. And that's not normal. If you're in a job like that, it is not normal, and you will find somewhere that will actually just allow you to work and not eat into your own time, because there was no overtime pay. Okay, no overtime pay. But yeah, so I'm in a new job. I'm in marketing. I guess if anyone wants to know how I got it, I was applying for a while, from the January, and I got the job in August. So it really, I feel like you see, oh, I've got a new job like online, but this was a long time coming. It took me ages to get it, but it was worth it in the end. And I'd had like job rejections from other ones and interviews and stuff like that, but looking back, I'm really grateful. I think for some of them, definitely one of them, I think I definitely dodged a bullet. Yeah, that's where I'm at work-wise. So I'm going to just go through, there's one thing that if you saw on Instagram that I will discuss, but I just want to get through that has affected my life the past 2 years. But I just want to go through other things first. So just briefly, been with my boyfriend now for 3 years. Look at me go, the girl that once hated men. Not hated men, just feared rejection, I guess. Yeah, we're really happy together, and I don't know what I did for him, to be honest. He keeps me sane, and I feel just so comfortable around him. Gassing you up right now, Ryan. But yeah, I don't know what I'd do without him. I haven't been more myself, and I feel like, no, what was I saying? I don't think I'm more myself around anyone else apart from him, kind of thing. Like, I feel like I am my absolute rawest, truest self, and it's nice, it's nice. So if you're like previous me, just know men won't treat you like shit forever, and someone very lovely will come along and it'll be great. It's a really like random one. I went on holiday for the first time in 5 years last year. I've got better with my money over the past few years, basically since I got my job, I guess, when I had more money to just not just survive on nothing. But yeah, I reckon I've still got a bit to go, but I think I've come long ways with my money management, not impulse buying as much, and I feel like the industry in which I'm interested in, you know, that I post within, is a very, obviously it's people's jobs, I get it, and if I had that money maybe I would buy it and they get it gifted, whatever, but it's a very like, you need this now, but that gym set costs 90 quid, and £90 is a lot of money. That can be like 3 food shops, you know? So yeah, money's improved. And so I went on holiday for the first time in 5 years because I was able to afford it, and it was so good. You know when you've hyped something up in your head and it was what I expected? Yeah, I went with Ryan, we just had a great time, and it was just like an all-inclusive in Lanzarote. I know people have called it Lanzarote and whatever, but it was lovely, right? It was lovely. I'm gluten-free, yeah, you'd know that. I've like lost all concept of time since I last posted on YouTube. I'm like, what do you know about me? Yeah, it was gluten-free. It was really actually good options. I was very worried about it. I can't remember the name of the hotel. If you want to know the name of the hotel, comment down below. But it was very, very good. Would recommend it. It was in Playa Blanca. And then, so the main thing that I just wanted to speak about, because, you know, I'll be honest, these past 2 years have been really good moments, but being diagnosed with an underactive thyroid in, I think it was October 2022, it's been a journey. It has been a journey. I can do a full-on in-depth video about that if anyone wants it, because I think I was definitely looking for stuff to see people come out the other side. And I guess I'm still not completely out the other side. My next blood test, I think, will probably give more indication. If you've got an underactive thyroid, you'll know it's always up and down. I had levels that were extremely high, unreadable amount. So I'm pretty sure the normal range is 0 to 4, and my levels were over 100. Yeah. Over 100. I feel like I had imposter syndrome with like my illness. I don't know why. Also had to do with like the job at the time, because when I actually finally went for a blood test, it was when I was in, it was literally a month into my new job, because it was so much easier because I'm hybrid working, able to just go to an appointment if I need to, kind of thing, whereas before I just couldn't do that, obviously because I didn't live in the area, but it would be overcomplicated. Anyway, yeah, it was rough, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'll do a full-on video in it, because I want this just to be a short, snappy intro. I've gone through some trauma in my life, but that was traumatic. I was so depressed, and I hadn't been like, you know when like you're stagnant level of depressed, but I was just so depressed and anxious and I feel so bad. I'll put a picture on the screen there of what I looked like. I was swollen, so swollen. I'd gained so much weight. I'd lost my period. I'd lost the will to live, in all honesty. I'd lost the will to live. Yeah, even my doctors were like, "Are you okay?" Like, I feel like I'm such like I'm the kind of person that just like, you just got to survive, you just got to get through it. I was like, I thought it was almost like because of my old job, like the adjustment between like from a different job and stuff, but no. And then I'd say maybe like the April, May time in 2023 was when I started feeling a bit more normal. I did see a change quite quickly because my levels were so high, but in the grand scheme of things, they were still very high. They only got more stable like the end of last year, then they went up again, and they're down again at the moment. It's just up and down with medication and stuff. But yeah, I genuinely don't know what I would have done if I didn't have my boyfriend. I don't want to be one of those guys like, oh my god, my boyfriend, but like, he like not forced me, but like, he got me to leave the house at the weekends at least, because I didn't want to leave my bed. Luckily my work were really accommodating with it, and I was able to just work from home for like quite a few weeks when it was like really bad. Yeah, it was rough, and I didn't have a good view on living. If you're struggling with that, I truly empathise with you, because it was awful, and you feel just quite lonely with it, because you're like, isn't this something someone like in their 50s should get? Not when you're 25, but if you're celiac like me or got another autoimmune disease, you're actually more likely to get something like underactive thyroid. Yeah, that's just a bit of an overview on it. I won't go too much into it now, because I feel like if I go deep into it, I'll probably start crying. Because it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible, and I won't wish it upon anyone. Just, I let the levels get way too high, which obviously exacerbated how I was feeling. Yeah, but I'm better now, kind of. We'll see in my next blood test. One thing whilst I was saying that, actually, which I just remembered, is I'm also not vegan anymore. I went to back to vegetarian. I was originally vegetarian, went to vegan after 6 months. So I was vegan from, was it 2018? Here we go. So I write in my notes, which I think is just a smart idea. I went veggie on the 8th of Jan 2018, and then I was vegan from 26th of September 2018 to 4th of November 2023. So that was a good 5 years. It worked for me, and I feel like for a while I didn't go back veggie just due to being stubborn. I'm a really stubborn person, and I didn't want to like fail, basically, when I knew I had kind of an option not to fail. Yeah, but what I kept thinking about it, and every time we were in a supermarket, and I was just with someone, I'd be like, oh, I wish I could have that, oh, I really miss that. And one day Ryan turned around to me and went, you do know, like, you have an option to not be vegan if you don't want to be. And after that I was like, oh yeah. And then we went on holiday, and they didn't really understand veganism that well. Basically there was a moment where I could have got a gluten-free pizza made for me, and I couldn't because I couldn't have cheese. And I was like, I feel like this is just a restriction. Like, I don't feel like I want to be vegan anymore. I still have a lot of like vegan things, like there's soy milk in this. That's probably it, to be honest. But I kind of have a naturally more vegan diet, I guess. Just a few things. It was mainly cheese, chocolate. Now obviously I have mayo. I've only had egg once. I've had scrambled egg. I'm still a bit weird with that. So yeah, like, it's not much of a change, but I'm so much happier for it. And if you're gluten-free, you know pizzas aren't great. And when you're vegan as well, it's like double whammy of absolute shit. So now I can have a somewhat alright pizza, and I love pizza, so that's good. I also stopped fake tanning. I haven't actually fake tanned since 2022. One thing about me is I'm very all or nothing. Because I used to fake tan every week. I was like, I don't want to fake tan every week now, so I'm not fake tanning at all. And I'm just like, never say never, I'll probably fake tan again. I kind of like am not, you can see a slight, you probably can't see a tan line, but I'm kind of a different shade of pale now. I'm not as pale, which is lovely. But yeah, I think that's everything. There's probably a lot more that's happened, but if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you know where I've been. The main thing over the past few years was rebuilding up my life after a shit job, after uni, then after my thyroid. Other stuff's gone on in the past few years, which we won't get into because I'm an oversharer and I've created boundaries. This was really weird. I actually feel more at ease now. I was really anxious beforehand, but I feel better about it. I'm not sure how much I'm going to post. All I know is I'll be here more. You won't see me again in 2 years. I want to be here a bit more. The main thing one thing was Zoe's Vloggers. I love watching it. And like, I love the memories that you can create by filming your life. Because I also was clearing, this is a tangent, I'm so sorry, but I was clearing out my Mac because I was trying to do a system update and it was not clearing. Anyway, so I was clearing out my Premiere Pro. Not Premiere Pro, what do I have? iMovie. I was clearing that out and I found a clip of me, and if you know, I don't know if I ever showed him on here, I might have, Nikolai, the cat that me and Em kind of, not stole because he'd be waiting at our door. We kind of took him in even though he had owners. I saw a clip of me and him and I don't think I'd ever actually posted it on YouTube. And I was like, oh my god, like, it's just really lovely to like look back and see the little moments. So yeah, that's my main reason for coming back. Obviously, I'm going to try not make them as long so it's doable to edit. And yeah, the main thing I want is to be able to film Italy. Who knows how I'm still really bad at filming around people. I've never really had much practice. So there might be phone clips or something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to return to YouTube as it's my favourite social media platform. I'll put my social medias in the bio. I'm a lot better on TikTok. I'm more myself on TikTok, I feel. And I like being able to post loads of different random videos. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I need to close this video off because I'm a nightmare. But I hope you enjoyed. If you're new, thank you for watching. If you're old, thank you for watching as well. Subscribe if you're new as well. And let's see how this YouTube comeback goes. Thank you for watching.